Hello, my name is Leonardo Ramirez Cabrera, and well, today I'll be performing my evidence number three. It's basically our project closing, at least for this part of the challenge. So, what were the main findings that me and my team had? Well, first of all, not only a finding, but also like a main and important part to highlight is that we made a correct use of project management tools, such as the WBAs, the RACI matrix, the network diagram, etc. We also had the main friction points inside TubosGM. Well, not had, but we found them. Limited documentation and limited recording of complaints were one of the most important, since we were part of the customer service team. Then those friction points, we tried to address them as possible proposals that we are, of course, still pending to implement and pending to present. But for instance, a chatbot into their website and social media formality, since they have that kind of, they're frightened that social media might turn them into an informal type of business. So we have to see a little bit about that, see further about that. Now let us go through the process on how we developed this project. It was pretty simple since we followed the step-by-step sequence of a project that we learned in one of the modules during this block. So we had the initiation, the planning, the execution, the control, and the closure steps. So for instance, for initiation, well, of course, we had to visit the company for us to get a diagnosis and for us to know what we were going to work with. Then we had to create a schedule of activities. Then we moved on to a larger operational breakdown. Then, of course, we had to see actual progress. And finally, well, here we are. We are still pending to present, but we can already have a closure project, of course, with this video, but also with personally my lessons learned. So the first one is that real life applications are actually really hard. It is not as straightforward as we might see on a classroom or on a theoretical framework. A project manager task is often undervalued since it is really important what a project manager does. No matter how good something is, there's always an opportunity, of course, of improvement. Every part of a project is crucial. We cannot simply just skip one part or miss one step. And finally, theoretical frameworks make practical frameworks easier. Since we can already apply everything that we learned in this block, it was a little bit easier rather than if we were just kind of wanted to approach or address any problem without any theoretical framework. And that's it. Basically, that's it. Thank you very much. And I hope you like that.